Perhaps you've seen this, 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 or maybe this. Yes, this has to be the biggest transplant story of the year thus far. I know it's mid-January, but still, this is a big deal. Back on Friday, January the 7th, 2022, David Bennett Sr. became the very first person in the world to receive a heart transplant. Now, if you're not familiar with what that is, basically, David got a heart from a pig, and that's it in a nutshell. And this could be groundbreaking, game-changing. It was called so many different things and so many things I could think about. But nonetheless, this is a big, big deal, okay? You know as well as I do, there is a tremendous, tremendous heart transplant shortage in the United States, and for that matter, all over the world. More than 6,000 people per year die while waiting on a heart transplant. And this could be a game changer. This could open up opportunities and possibilities and just other avenues to potentially save lives in the future. Now, just as a disclaimer, David Bennett received this pig transplant because he was considered, quote, not a candidate for a traditional human transplant. And I did some reading on that, depending on which article you chose to read, or maybe you're like I did, you read them all. USA Today reports that could be because he was not being compliant with his doctor's orders. He had been missing appointments, not taking medications, that sort of thing. If you're a heart transplant patient, or any type of transplant patient for that matter, you know that right there can either not get you a heart or can cause you to lose the best care possible. But nonetheless, thankfully, David was able to push through. He became a candidate and had the option of being this first ever pig transplanted human. And who knows how this is going to work out. The surgery was done on Friday. Time of this video, it's been Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's been 5 days. He still seems to be doing pretty well, but nonetheless, no matter how he does, and by the way, David, I'm praying for you. I hope things do go well. I hope you have the tremendously great outcome that's possible. But nonetheless, this is huge, huge in not only groundbreaking territory for heart transplant itself, but it brought a ton of press to the need for organ donation. I think that's really where the beauty of this comes in. Not only the science becoming available and the medical technology becoming available, that's great. But if nothing else comes out of this, this is bringing tremendous, tremendous attention to the need for organ donation. Obviously, if we've gotten down to the point of needing to transplant pig hearts into humans, there's a shortage, and maybe this will make the whole world see it. And I've seen articles from the New York Times, USA Today, you name the papers, pretty much every paper in the world, all around the world, are reporting this in some form. So I think just the mere press of it, the positive press of it, could be tremendous, and who knows what this could mean for us in the future. Now, if you back up many, many decades, for a long while, we have been using pig organs / pig parts, at least I should say, to make a big difference in human lives. Skin has been used as temporary grafts for humans. Pig valves have been available for a long, long time. I actually had an option for a pig valve, chose to go a different route, but nonetheless, very successfully transplanted pig valves. Just been a lot of things that have been done in the last few years, but this is the first of a heart transplant. A kidney transplant was done a year or so ago. It was somewhat successful, at least proved that it could be done, and this may just very well prove that it has been done in this case. Now, it is known already, and I have to admit this, that David is basically signed up not for a long-term fix, although we wish that it would become that, not for necessarily a long-term fix. This is kind of a bridge to transplant. He still hopes that he can prove himself and eventually get on the list for a human organ, get a human organ. That would be a more permanent fix than this one. But again, any day, any time, any matter of weeks or months or whatever he can get out of this to buy that time, I think that's going to be a wonderful, wonderful thing. Not just for him, but for all of us, in that this technology has been advanced as far as it has. Now, in order to transplant this pig heart into David, they had to go through a long process. Really, this has been going on for years, but basically back about September, they started making the changes, the genetic changes in this particular pig to grow it, to allow it to even become available for this. They made about 10 different changes. There are over 1,000 genome / I forget the terms. Again, I'm not a medical doctor, but about 1,000, I should say, genetic changes that need to be made in total to make a pig heart a human heart. I don't think we'll ever get to that. But they did make 10 of those. 10 of those are extremely important, main one of which prevents this heart from being rejected immediately by a human body. Now, I actually saw someone back in one of the transplant groups, and hey, I read it this way too the first time, that read into this that, hey, this is a pig heart that won't be rejected by human. That's not actually true. Pig hearts will be rejected by humans and always have been, but with these 10 genomic type changes, the risk of that is lowered. However, what they have done is made the pig heart look like a human heart to a human. So there's still the extreme risk, like with any of us, of potential organ rejection nonetheless. Maybe not being rejected as a pig heart in a human, but being rejected as what looks like to the body perhaps a human heart in a human. So we're just looking for the best outcome possible. Again, David, Bennett, I'm praying for you, praying for your whole entire transplant team, everybody that was involved in this. I think it is a humongous step forward in progress, in potential and opportunity again. And I'm certainly praying for the best outcome. But if nothing else, I'm praying that this will be a life-changing potential for you and an opportunity. And then maybe that human heart can come in the very near future. And maybe you can have the chance at life that I've had, and so many, I'm sure, out there have had, many watching this video right now. So I want you to do something for me. Do me a humongous favor. Comment below in the video. Give David some positive thoughts. Give him some encouragement. Give him some strength to keep on keeping on, because he's still in a fight. He's still in a fight. Even though he has not rejected this organ yet, even though he's doing pretty well, he's still actually in the hospital, obviously. He's still on an ECMO device, obviously, so about half of the function there is being done by the ECMO. But nonetheless, progress is being made. And I'm so thankful for that. Aren't you thankful for medical technology? Aren't you thankful for innovations that are making these things possible? Because certainly we need better solutions. We need things that can help us, if not to have long-term survival, which I hope this might be eventually, but at least to have some short-term survival, some options to where people who are maybe not qualified for a VADS or to be on an ECMO device or maybe to get an artificial heart or some type of other pump or mechanical means, maybe this can be some patchwork as that bridge to transplant nonetheless. Thank you so much for joining me today. Again, please leave positive thoughts only in this, and let's cheer David on, and let's cheer this technology on as we go forward. Thank you so much for joining me today, and until next time, stay stronger, friends.